You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Welcome. This is the Fantasy Football Washington Red Ronas Men of Honor podcast. This is Dan Kinlan. I am joined by the echoes of my own voice. You're coming here from a single solo podcast this week. I did contact Officer Drew, but he is a little bit busy protecting, serving, and doing what he can to try to also better himself and increase his rank in what he does. Sometimes, boys, we can make this podcast. Sometimes we can't. There is never going to be any kind of, shade or nastiness put on somebody that can't make it. I know myself, I couldn't make it last week. Props to you, Big Cat, for being able to fill in for it. I do appreciate it. We head into week 5, boys, and we also head into the unknown, the abyss. I hope that this Stephon Gilmore stuff doesn't spread beyond what it is. Take COVID as you want it to be, but with the NFL being in the forefront of the media, it's going to be an issue. It's going to be a big issue. But this podcast is about trying to analyze our league, so let's take a peek. Justin's assemble. I think that means like Avengers and stuff. I don't know. Justin's changed his team name a couple of times. I'd be pissed at him, except I can't because he's 4-0. Most points 509.39. Well done, sir. Good job. I'd like to be salty at 1-3, currently in 12th place, vaccinated from losing. Apparently the vaccine was wrong, probably came from Trump. But a lot of points against right now at 494 for me. So hopefully I get some bucks at the end of the year if I can't make those playoffs. But you know, it comes up with a nice point. As I said in the group text, fantasy football can be a fickle bitch. Sometimes it depends on who you play. Sometimes it depends on the people that you do play. But currently, with the standings, like I said, we have 1-4-0 team, 2 3-1s, 4 through 10 are 2-2, 11 through 14 are 1-3. So we're only 4 weeks in. Everybody's got a leg in this race. Just ask T-Mac from last year. He'll tell you all about it. Interesting to see. Today was one of the biggest days, and by the way, today is October 7th. Today is a Wednesday. It's 7:53 currently. A lot of adds and drops that don't have anything to do with a waiver. So I thought that was kind of interesting. There was also a trade between Yahtzee and Justin's Assemble, as previously mentioned. Big Cat is Yahtzee. He got Jonnu Smith, Gabriel Davis, Todd Gurley, and Justin's Assemble got Anthony Miller, Chris Godwin, and Justin Jefferson. I reserve judgment on that trade. I'd like to tell you somebody won it. I'd also like to tell you that Chris Godwin, about an hour ago, was ruled out for this week. So take that as it is. Transitioning to some Survivor football. Everybody's in. Everybody is still in. I'm so proud of y'all. Jake from State Farm took Tampa Bay last week, got the win. King barreled, and let's all lose week 1 again. Took the Rams. Marvin's sexy picks took Baltimore, as did I, as did Tom, with only goal to make it to week 5. And my superb pick set took Seattle. So there are currently 7 of us that proceed to week 5. I'm impressed. This is actually the most people that have ever gone this far. Sometimes I feel like we should make the waiver wire pick whoever doesn't get eliminated. However, I know we're going fab next year. So there's that. I'd like to kind of get into a number of different things in terms of where we are with the league. I think that it's still way too early to crown a champ or even see where things are going. But this is the first week that we do have some buys. And that would be the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. I know that that hits close to my heart, as I do have Matthew Stafford. Unfortunately, can't play him this week. Although he's been pretty solid. I decided to pick up Justin Herbert. Always liked him. Always thought that the Giants eventually would get him, but I guess not. And again, that would circle back to what I said earlier in terms of why there were so many non-waiver wire pickups, because this is one of the first bye weeks, but also the fact that a lot of the top picks have been injured. You're looking at the top 2, top 3 running backs, top 2, top 3 wide receivers have also been injured. So honestly, if you had a pick from 8 to 13, 8 to 14, you're looking okay. I mean, except for Kenny Drake, but we'll get there. We will get there. I'm going to jump right into the matchups, though. The 4-0 Justins assemble 120 points currently projected against Jake from State Farm. Also, if nobody understands that name, Jake Fromm, he's a quarterback. For those that don't watch actual college football, he's currently a rookie. He's currently sitting on the bench. If you don't get it, shoot something in the text message to the group. But Josh Allen for Justin has been an absolute stud. And I've always, been a little reticent to give some analysis to Justin's team because, again, he's got Derrick Henry on it. We all know my track record for that. I stay away from that hot plate. But Justin Jefferson is there. Damian Harris off of IR. Good for you, man. I forgot that you grabbed him. Odell Beckham Jr. sure as shit bailed you out last week. I don't see that happening again. He's about once every 3 weeks. So great guy to have in the playoffs if you can supplement your team with it. Will Fuller, I'm a Notre Dame guy, you know that, but Jesus Christ, that Houston team is in trouble, isn't it? Great week last week. That usually means that he's not going to have a good week this week. I'll transition to Steve's team, Jake from State Farm. Darius Slayton to me has always been disappointing all year. Gardner Minshew, I hope he can do well. Ezekiel Elliott has always been good against the Giants. He'll be fine. Melvin Gordon had a fucking day last week, didn't he? Thursday Night Football. I'm sure you enjoyed that little cocktail where you put your feet up on Sunday morning with yourself in front. This team looks healthy. My concern is Mark Ingram. While he did have a touchdown last week, he only had 8 attempts and 34 yards. I'm concerned. It looks like a 3-headed beast, and also I think Cleveland upsets Indy, so I don't like your defense. I'm going to make Justin 5-0. Let's transition to the next one. The Commish, the Big Waller brand, sitting at 2-2 against CD's Nuts. Again, also at 2-2. And again, as we go down the line here, boys, lot of buys. So CD's Nuts currently the unfortunate owner of Austin Eckler. That's fucked up. Is a really weird injury. Really weird injury. It was a torn hamstring. People said 3 weeks. If he's back before week 10, I'd be shocked. Very shocked. Also, currently with a tight end at 0.0 on the bye, Hawkinson for Detroit. But do like Jared Goff against Washington. The concern with that matchup is that they get up so much in the early quarters that he becomes a non-factor. Again, I talked about Kenyon Drake earlier. They got to get him involved. If they don't, CD's Nuts is looking at being not even close to the playoffs. Nyheim Hines was someone who I was pretty high on early in the year, and I didn't even know who Scotty Miller was, so that's on me. But Thursday night, let's see what he can do against Chicago. Stephon Diggs, he's a stud. He's going to get it done. DeAndre Hopkins, he'll be fine. Pretty decent team, but a lot up in the air. Like, this team can kind of go either way. It's 2-2 now. I can see this team, getting 8 wins. I can also see this team getting 4 wins. So I think that there's a lot left to be desired here. Although T. Higgins has also been on something he can do. On the other side for the commish, Aaron Rodgers on bye. So, yeah. What you going to do, commish? Who you picking up? What you going to do? Aaron Jones on bye. I said it 2 weeks ago. If he doesn't have those two guys, he ain't going to win shit. So if Marvin can squeak out a win this week, then he's probably going to make the playoffs because this is the death week for Marvin. He should not expect to win. I don't pick him to win. I think CD's nuts, so I think his LJ is going to win, and we're going to move along. That's pretty much my analysis. Won't let you down, Miss Jackson. Currently playing Mr. Jones's Freak Shark. Going to take a drink break. Give me 3 seconds. Lamar Jackson's been okay, hasn't he, Mace? Been all right at 3-1 versus, again, another 2-2 team. Alvin Kamara has certainly benefited from Michael Thomas being out. He is currently Alvin Kamara, that is, at 18.02 points. That's far too high. Why do I know this? Because I've had him for the last 3 years. Far too high when Michael Thomas is in the game. There's no way he's going to get to 18. I will take a board bet on this lower than 13. 13's my over-under on him. Evan Engram is pretty much droppable, but I do like the fact that you've been able to secure Justin Jackson based on the Austin Eckler aforementioned injury. Currently not having a kicker. You'll figure that out, hopefully. San Francisco against Miami probably gets you a defensive touchdown, which is unfortunately probably why I'm going to pick your team. But let's switch to my twin brother Barry. 22.3 for Russell Wilson against Minnesota. Yeah, I'm going to go higher than that. But again, I'm still going to pick you to lose for the same reason as Mo Alley Cox. He can't get that many points against Cleveland. There's no way. The linebackers and the DBs are really good. The safeties are terrible for Cleveland. That's why they always get beat deep. Tyreek Hill is hit or miss. If he hits, great. Awesome. Fine. Fantastic. But my concern here, again, is your defense. The whole thing about, testing positive for COVID, especially with Las Vegas, and again, this is going to hurt me too. It sucks. It just sucks. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know how to analyze it, but if they don't play, we're getting closer to shutting this thing down. But trying to stay positive, and positive is Devin Singletary doing really well, doing very well. But your running backs are just not as good as Mason's running backs. Mason goes to 4-1. Barry, you go to 2-3. Next matchup, we have Yahtzee versus Drop Jed Gorgeous. We all need to recognize the fact that Jed at 1-3 had 6 picks in the first 4 rounds. And he also got the best pickup of the year for the Carolina Panthers of Mike Davis. So this is a win or get the fuck out kind of a week for Jed. Fortunately, I think that he does get the win. Also has Miles Sanders. Michael Thomas does come back. Kyler Murray's his quarterback. And I can almost guarantee you Jed is riding into the playoffs at some point with both middle fingers up on his white horse telling us to go to hell. I think that this one is actually the blowout of the week. And I'm sorry, Big Cat, but Todd Gurley is not going to get it done this week. Gesicki, you've gotten all your weeks that you can out of him. Also, is Tom Brady going to light your defense up on Thursday night? I think it is. So, not much to say here. Yahtzee, Big Cat, you're at 3-2. Drop Jed Gorgeous, you're at 2-3. Next matchup is T-Mac versus Maurice in a Fleece. Apologies first off to Maurice in a Fleece. That would be the previous owner that I played. I do apologize for not doing a a podcast with you. I did get married last week, so I was a little busy. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure both of you understand. But Dak Prescott is looking something special, I'll tell you what. And I'll tell you what, against the Giants, he's always fucking lit us up, and it's really fucking annoying. Chase Edmonds, I think, gets a little bit more run against the Jets than people think. Kenny Drake is not as good as everyone thinks that he is. I think that the coach there is going to get him involved. Mark Andrews can't also have a lot of weeks off. He had a good week 1, 2 terrible week 2 and week 3. Great week 4, 17 points week 1, 2 points, 2 points, 16 points. I bet he gets a lot, 11. He gets 11, which is more than what he's currently projected at. Not sure what you're doing with your kicker and your defense, but maybe you have some time to figure it out. Mike Evans is great. Mike Evans is great because I don't know, about an hour and a half ago, again, Godwin was declared out, and it's only Wednesday. So I'm liking that. I'm liking that play. And T.Y. Hilton can't play worse than he already has. So I think you're going to be fine. The praise that I've put on Maurice and a Fleece will show you how much I don't like T-Mac's team right now. J.K. Dobbins is a bench. Hooper is a bench. James Robinson I'm just angry at, but he'll be fine. Dalvin Cook will be great. McLaurin's good, but again, they just switched quarterbacks. So I don't know how to evaluate him. 118 yards last week, which is great, but now they're playing the Rams. Now they're playing a real defense. Aaron Donald is going to get to the quarterback, and I guarantee you McLaurin's not going to have more than, 3 catches. Cooper Kupp is fine. Jerry Jeudy is a rookie. Well, not rookie-ish. And Deshaun Watson has been less than amiable. If the Chargers light New Orleans up on Monday night, this thing won't even be close. I'm going with Maurice in a Fleece. Next matchup. Another 2-2. My Homelander versus Ariel Mosterts. Drink break. Give me 3 seconds. Patrick Mahomes. He's good. He also might have COVID, but let's just go with the fact that he doesn't have COVID. Then you're probably fine. Myles Gaskin. How about that, Tom? First week, 6 points. Second week, 8 points. Third week, 11 points. Fourth week, 6 points. He's serviceable. He is serviceable. The fact that you're starting Latavius Murray is maybe a stretch, but if you don't have anybody, you don't have anybody. I understand that you have a couple of injuries there, but again, I'm kind of seeing a blowout here. Real Mosterts. Tom Brady better bring it against the Chicago Bears. Jonathan Taylor, Mr. Johnson of that Houston team will be fine. Hunter Henry's great. I mean, I hate evaluating Blaze's team only for the fact that he's going to make the playoffs. Like, if there's a one sure thing, he will make the playoffs. No one's terrible on his team. I'm trying to find maybe that receiver for New England, but he's fine. Like, he'll be great. He'll be fine. Like, there's no concern. He will make the playoffs. Will he win the league? Probably not. Probably not. But I think he'll at least make the playoffs. He's the most surefire team to make the playoffs. And again, I will be taking him in this matchup. Blaze, you're at 3-2. Tom, you're at 2-3. Last matchup. It includes myself, vaccinated from losing, which apparently, again, I gotta check that vaccination. Against Big Dick Brady, Drew Walsh. What's up, man? I'm taking myself. I know you're not here to defend yourself, but I currently have a Jesus Christ, real? Almost a 30-point lead on you, which is going to be really embarrassing if I lose. Wow. Josh Jacobs is about to go bananas on KC. But again, if they don't play. I guess I'm screwed. Oh, there I see it. You don't have a kicker. That makes sense on the spread. However, Travis Kelce, Julio Jones, not bad. Is Julio going to play? We'll see. But you do have Matt Ryan, which gives you a great shot to beat me because of the fact that I do have Calvin Ridley. I'm impressed by that. Leonard Fournette, honestly, he's a cut. Not really sure why you're even playing him. Philip Lindsay, I'm less than impressed by him. Deshaun Jackson, I'm sure because I'm playing him, he'll probably get a 80-yard touchdown. But you should be worried about Mr. Gibson from the Redskins. You can't defend yourself. I'm here. I'm going to take my team. I love it. Let's go. Dan K, 2-3. Mr. Big Dick Brady, Mr. Walsh at 1-4. Guys, appreciate you listening this far, even if you did or if you didn't. But, be nice to each other. Be great to each other. And what we can do in this league is always try to make sure that as we approach the trade deadline, we text each other as well. Sometimes the trades go through easier there. But besides the fact, good luck, be well, and hey, week 5, here we go.